Well, thank you all for coming. I'm Gwen, for those of you that don't know me, and we're gonna do some good work today. I don't want anybody to be freaked out, scared, nervous. My intention is, if I don't make you laugh at least a few times, it wasn't a good time, and that anybody that really takes it too seriously will bum me out. So I want you to ask questions. I want you to kind of have fun. But I do want you to challenge yourself. So if you do find yourself in a situation where, you know, you're kind of like, I don't want to run for the hills, maybe I need to go to the bathroom now. I definitely think I have a couple texts by now. Maybe you could stay a couple poses longer, hang in there, and try to challenge yourself to get to the next level. I've talked to a few of you. Is there any injuries that I should know about ahead of time? Well, if you don't want to tell me out loud, you can kind of like whisper it in my ear when I come around. But, all right then. Good. So we're going to start easy cross leg. If it's hard for you to sit up nice and tall, then you're going to take your block and go ahead and sit on the block. So you might want to sit on it. You'll just be happier if you sit on it. Okay? And we're going to take a deep breath in, arms overhead. Interlace your fingers and press your palms up to the sky. Hi, gorgeous. Hello. You think you're going to sneak in? Look up at your hands. Take one more deep breath in, stretch up. And then bring the arms down to a 90-degree angle. Try to keep that nice tall spine, and we're going to twist. So I'm going to start you out the same way I start out all my athletes. Little league to pro. Just kind of settling in with a few kundalini moves. This one is going to warm up the spine. It's pretty much going to force you to breathe by virtue of the twist. And I don't want you to control it too much. Okay, so I don't want it to be here. I want you to twist, twist, twist. Tall back, right through the top of the head. Shoulders are down, elbows are up, and fingers extend to the ceiling. And in yoga, as you may or may not know, you're breathing in and out through your nose the whole time. That's your stuff. Gotta have you breathe. You might get a few back cracks out of it. You want to feel that you're sitting right on your sit bones, lifted through the top of your head, and see if you could pick up the speed a little bit, kind of engaging those obliques. Maybe I shouldn't have had that whole entire green drink that I hear sloshing around my belly right now. Pick up the speed a little bit more. Notice which side you're tight towards. Notice one side probably really easy to twist towards. Some of you might feel groin. Some of you are going to feel heavy in the arms. This looks pretty easy, but could be challenging. And then come back to center. You're going to extend your right arm up to the sky. So I want you to feel like you're lifting up first, and then stretch it over. Go as far as you can, as long as the right butt cheek is still on the ground. Inhale, you want to reach. Exhale, you want to see if you can deepen. You can keep your head neutral. You can start to look up to the sky. And then bring it up. Left arm comes up to the sky, up first, and then over. Again, head is neutral first. Check out the seam, see how you feel on this side. If it's good, you can start to twist and no force. And bring it up. And one more deep breath in, interlace your fingers, press the palms, and bring the arms down. You're going to lie down onto your backs. Take a big full body stretch on the floor. The arms are over your head. Pointing or flexing the feet, a lot of energy through the feet, arch your back. You might even literally yawn. Kind of happens on its own. And stretch the right arm and the right leg a little bit more than the left. Good. And the left arm, the left leg, a little bit more than the right. That's a groovy mat. Is it good? Like, is it
Angel said last night.
It looks like a magic carpet, right? It does. I want a magic pressing the low back down. So where's my bursitis? So arm can come out to the side. Wait, if you were hip or shoulder? Hip. You were shoulder. So if you want, your arms can come out to the side a little bit more. If it feels too challenging for you or it's aggravating, you can really soften the knees a little bit, okay? So another way to warm up hammies, shoulder joint, hip joint, and another way to kind of sync your breath with your movement. So technically when the arm leg comes up is an exhale, arm leg is down, that's your inhale. That's too much thinking, don't worry, it kind of just happens on its own. There's either a point or a flex in your foot. If you're touching, ultimately, fingertips are going to touch the tips of the toes. Yes, your arms are long enough, just that we have to open up the hamstrings a little bit more. And if that happens pretty easily already, then you're going to point the toes, point the foot, so that your toes are just that much further away from you. There you go. See, your arms are long. Last 30 seconds. You're breathing. Good. Remember, checking in on that low back every now and then, that it's pushing down into the ground. So you're using more abdominals. You're lightening the load on the hip flexors. If you haven't arched back, you're using the hip flexors too much. So let's go 2 more on each leg. And then once you get 2 more on each leg, you're going to draw the knees into the chest. Arms are going to wrap around your thighs, not your shins, because I don't want you to overflex the knee before it's ready. Okay? So just hug them in. Men, you're going to hug the knees straight in. Ladies, the knees are going to go towards your armpits just a little bit due to the different structure of your hip. And let's just rotate the ankles a few times in each direction and get all those cracks out. Good. Whoa. Sparks are flying. And then point and flex the feet. Different angle to get some cracks out. And squeeze all 10 toes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. That's it. Good. And you're going to reach down. You're going to grab the outer edge of your foot and come into happy baby pose. Has anybody here never done yoga? Alright, so we're at least familiar with some of the terms. If you don't know, just give me a sign. We'll say it out loud. Who cares? Okay, so you're trying to square those feet to the ceiling. I want you to put a little extra emphasis on the inner edge of your foot. Right? So you can use your hand and the grip on the outer edge of your foot to press the base of the big toe up and really square the foot like you would hold a tray with it. That's it. And then you can gently rock from left to right here, massage out that low back, kidney area, especially if it's kind of like the first moves of the day. Good. And then come back to center. And you're now going to gently wrap your arms around the back of your legs just to give yourself a little bit of mobility. And you're going to rock yourself up and back. Rock yourself up and back 5, 6, 7 times. Happy, like you were 8 years old again. All the way up, all the way back. A few more times. On maybe that 3rd or 4th time, I want you to rock forward right into your standing forward bend. In a perfect world, you will not use your arms. Oh. I helped you. But it's not always a perfect world, you know. Just don't crash into the wall. Good. So bend the knees, drop the hips, and rock and roll again. You got a second chance. Go. 5 or 6 times. When you're doing it, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest. You're going to reach your hands to the front of the room, and you just sort of unfold into it. See yourself doing it. A couple of times, have fun, smile on your face, there you go. Good, and that's it. It seems like it would be good, and then you just get stuck there. So you're going to have your feet hips width apart, so heel toe out, hips width apart, parallel. Everybody soften the knees just to start, and rest your chest and belly on your thighs. Grab opposite elbow, and hang yourself over. Good. You want to take a look at your feet. We want to first make sure that our base is solid and sound. And you want to make sure feet are hips width apart. And how do you do that? for sure and not just use your eyes or your feeling. Literally, if you can ground one heel, hinge it over, and that toe grazes the inner ankle, the inner heel, that's hips width apart. Because we're talking about your structure, not your flesh. We're talking about your bony skeleton. And then once you get that, it should look like a square. If you drew a horizontal line from left toe to right big toe, and left heel to right heel should be a square. And then the next thing you want to do is look at your shin. So for a second, look at your left ankle, left heel. Draw a line from your left heel to your right heel. And then from your right heel, follow it all the way up to your right knee to left knee, and left knee back down to left heel. That should be a rectangle. Whether your knees are bent or straight, and that should be a rectangle. Not, Jerry, English or math? Math, right? It's not a quadrilateral, right? Not a parallelogram, not a quadrilateral, it's a rectangle, okay?
Those are all quadrilaterals.
Oh, they are. All right, shut up. You stay there. So bend the knees and make sure that that's a rectangle, that the knees are not knocking in. And if you were going to launch some arrows from your kneecaps, the arrows would go straight ahead. They would not hit your neighbor, right? And that's going to change how your hips are sitting in this position, and it's going to be a more efficient way to open up the hamstrings. You'll definitely feel it differently. If you're feeling more in your back than the back of your legs, bend the knees. Bend the knees, who cares? You're still going to feel it, I promise you. Even with bent knees, you'll feel hamstrings. And the other thing I ask is when you're in situations where maybe you feel stuck or you never seem to make progress, don't be afraid to move around. Sway the body. Bend the knees, straighten the knees, shake the head out, no. Shake the head out, yes. That's it. Don't go into that same pose that frustrates the heck out of you over and over and over, and there's never any change. Okay? A couple more times, just sway from left to right, bend, straighten the knees. There's long legs. And now you're going to release the elbows, and you're going to bring your palms flat to the floor. Some of you will have very, very, very bent knees. Some of you will be straight, just because hammies are good today. But you're going to have your hands slightly out in front of your feet, palms flat, fingers spread, and hands are shoulder width apart. And all I want you to do is sort of rock back and forth, waking up the forearms, waking up the wrists, just swaying back and forth. When you go forward onto your hands, you're pushing the floor away. Start to warm up those wrists. Wake up the forearms. Maybe you can even lift the heels when you rock forward and feel a little lighter on the feet. Feel more weight bearing on the arms. That's it. But keep the hands flat. In general, the middle finger is pointing straight ahead. Everybody has a different structure in their shoulders, so variations are okay. But you want it to be the same with both hands. Both hands. Make your hands just a touch wider. Yes. Okay, and then next time you rock forward, leave your weight forward, and you're going to either walk, jump, float, fly, back to plank pose. Top of your push-up. Okay, so shoulders over elbow, over wrists. I want you to take a look at your fingers. Fingers spread, equal space between the fingers, pushing the floor away, filling up that space between your shoulder blades. Feel the quads. And now here too, now you're going to rock forward and back. So a little different angle, waking up the wrists again, waking up the forearms, pushing off the feet. Of course you're breathing, right? When nobody answers, it means nobody's breathing, because you're all holding your breath and can't answer. Good. And then come back to your plank pose, right and center. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Chaturanga, low push-up. You have to drop your knees, that's fine. Variation is acceptable. Scoop it into your upward dog and roll the shoulders up, back down. Up, back down. Up, back down. I want you to rock from left hand, left foot to right hand. Back and forth. Again, not being rigid in the up dog, but being really pliable and accepting that maybe being in a little different position might feel a little more comfortable. And then downward facing dog. Okay, so take a peek. Hands are, as usual, shoulder width apart, palms flat, fingers spread. Good. And take a look at your feet. Feet are in line with each other. Maybe you're going to alternate calf stretch and make up those hammies a little bit. Shake out your head. Be a little bit extra conscious of that thumb and pointer side of your hand, that it's flat. Good. So once you're here, see, a little extra here. Nope. You were right. It's just tight. I don't think you can change it right now. Yeah. Okay, and then come high on all 10 toes. And sink the heels. Deep breath in, high on all 10 toes. And sink the heels. Right leg stretches up to the sky. Don't worry about a square hip. Go ahead, open it up. Just feel nice and lifted and stretchy. And bend that right knee. Twist and open. Look under your right armpit up to the sky. So you're still pushing the floor away. Both arms strong and straight. Sinking your left heel. And then square back off. Downward dog. Left leg up to the sky first, then open up that hip, bend the knee, twist and open, look under your left armpit. Good. Very nice. Breathe, breathe. Square it back off. Downward dog. Bend the knees, pull the hips back, look to the front edge of your mat, maybe 4 or 5 little lifts, hops, jumps, floats, levitations, whatever it is, even if it's teeny tiny, you land with soft knees. And the 4th or 5th time into your standing forward bend. Everybody take the block and put the block between your inner thighs. Okay, upper inner thigh on the flat side. Although I never saw, it'd be funny if I saw somebody do it like this. Note here. Okay, so you're in your standing forward bend. Let's come halfway up, nice flat back. I want you to look at your feet. Feet are flat. Good. Fold yourself over and bend the knees. Plant your hands. Walk or jump back to plank pose. Keep the block. Yep. Chaturanga. Keep the block. Upward dog. Inhale, shoulders up, back down. Good. And then downward dog. Bend the knees, pull the hips back. Couple of floats, couple of lifts, couple of jumps. Nice. Into your standing forward bend. This causes you to be more in your center. You can feel a little bit lighter this way. Nice. One more time. Halfway up, flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, shift your weight forward like we did before. Squeeze the block, walk, jump, or float back to plank pose. Well, you can't walk back when you have the block, right? Jump back, plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward dog, deep breath. And downward dog. Good. Bend the knees, pull the hips back, look to the front edge of your mat. Last time. Several jumps, floats, lifts. Even if it means your feet go a millimeter off the floor. I could barely get a little sliver of paper off the floor. Good. Our divers crawl. So you're going to do it one more time. You're going to curl up into a tight ball when you get there. Curl up into a tight ball, knees into your chest. And then you're going to land in standing forward bend. Yeah, good. Nice. Bend your knees. Throwing the block at me? The heck? Bend the knees, drop the hips, and come into chair pose. Utkatasana. Good. Squeeze the block. Feet are flat. Sit in. Nice flat back. Hands heart center. And left arm on the outside of the right thigh and twist. So keep squeezing the block. Squeezing the block. Don't let your knees splay. That's just going to lessen your twist. Good. Look up over that right shoulder. Back bend. So bend more. Good long legs. Give me a lot of work. There you go. Good. Back to your chair center. Inhale. And then exhale. Standing forward bend. Soften the knees. Good. Shake out your head. Soften your knees. Everybody soften the knees. Drop your hips. Tiptoe your fingertips out in front of you till they can't go anymore. Then you peel yourself up into into your chair pose, hands heart center, and twist the other way. Get that right arm in there. Use it to get some torque. Bend the knees, bend the knees more. Yes. Good. Beautiful. Ready? A little bit of twist. Nice. Good. Take 2 more breaths. Extend back bend almost. Yes. Good. Back to your chair pose. All right. Back to your chair pose. And standing forward bend. Shake out your head. Shake out. Well, you can't shake out your legs. You can shake them out as a whole, because I still want you to hold on to that block a little bit longer. Okay? You're going to bend the knees, drop the hips, tiptoe the fingers out in front of you, peel yourself up into chair pose. That's it. And what I want you to do is stay in chair pose, but give me some back stroke. Big shoulder opener, big as you can. Up, back, down. 4 times. Up, back, down. 1 more time. Up, back, down. Once it comes down, interlace your fingers behind your back. Bring your chest up to the sky. And then fold it over. Arms come up over your head. Straighten the legs if you want, if your hamstrings will allow. So you just have to be careful with a little extension here. Oh, okay. So come back. Micro bend. Let's go here. Yeah. That's it. Navigate. Nice. Good. Good. Bring your hands to your low back. Once your hands get to your low back, then you bend your knees, drop your hips, and release the clasp. Arms come back up into chair pose. Deep breath in. Good. And big back stroke. 4 times. Up, back, down. You're still sitting in chair. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. 1 more time. Up, back, down. Interlace your fingers behind your back, but this time you're going to do it the opposite way, the way that's not your habit. So for me, my left pointer automatically goes on top. This time, the right pointer goes on top. Okay? Then chest lift, back bend, and fold it over. Lead with the heart as you fold it over. Shake the head out. If you feel like you want more lift off with your arms and you feel a little inhibited by the tightness of the shoulders, then grab a strap. Or bend your knees a little bit more. Nice. Good. See that? You're still not letting it go. There you go. Still not letting it go. It's like 2 bars on each side. Bend your knees, drop your hips, bring your hands to your low back. Inhale, up, chair pose. Exhale, standing forward bend. Take the block out. Don't throw it at me, just put it in front of your mat. Bend your knees, plant your hands, walk or jump back, plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Okay, right leg's going to come up to the sky. Nice inhale. On the exhale, you're going to bring the right foot forward between your hands. Scoot it up. Make sure your stride is long enough. And flatten your left foot and come up into warrior 2. Okay, so look at that right knee. Right knee's pointing straight ahead. Shoulders are down. So warrior 2. Your chest is open. Yeah, there. Yep, there you go. Good. Shoulders are down. Big wingspan. Breathing. Happy? Oh my God, you're so quiet. Take a big deep breath in, and on the exhale, bring your right hand on the inside of the right foot for a variation of right angle pose. Left arm's going to be up to the sky. I want you to have this feeling that the back of your right shoulder pushes against the inner right knee, and that helps you open the chest. If you can't get your hand flat to the floor, use a block, but I want you to try to get that right hand flat to the floor. Good. I want you to have nice stability here, so whatever you need, use it. And then take that left arm and circle it to the front of the room, around your face, and then all the way up again. Big circles. Yeah, big circles. Yeah, good. And keep going. A couple big circles. So don't just do little, like, T-Rex arm circle. I want a big circle, like you are reaching for diamonds and chocolate everywhere in the room. All the way up, around. Good. 1 more time. Up, right hand, sorry, you're gonna actually windmill, that's windmill or steering wheel, the hips around, and come off the back heel. So now we're in runner's lunge. Arms come up to the sky, hands into heart center, and twist to the right. So, if balance is off, if you don't feel like this is stable enough for you, drop the knee. Who cares? Okay? Get as deep as you can in the twist in runner's lunge. If it feels stable and happy, then you can consider flattening that left foot back in a warrior one stance. But you don't have to. That's going to cause you to go deeper into your spinal twist. One more deep breath. Get long. Twist deeper. Come back into center, warrior or runner's lunge. Deep breath. And then open it back up to warrior two. Nice. Deep breath. Exhale. Right hand forward on the inside of your right foot. And again, circle the arm around really big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it there. Here. Good. Bring the left arm up behind your back. Tuck it in. Sit. Bend that knee. I'm going to hold you. Ready? I got you. You have to trust me. He's smiling. But he's not happy. Look up over that left shoulder. Breathe. There you go. And then come up to warrior two. Go into your runner's lunge. Arms up to the sky. Hands into heart center. Twist it out. Twist it out. Twist it out. Over your right shoulder up to the sky. Good. Back bend. Chest lift. Nice. Did you know you had that in you? Stick your chest up. I love it. It's so good. Whoop, whoop. And then come back to your runner's lunge. And flatten your back foot and straighten your front leg. So you're going to open out straight leg, warrior two, but preparation for Trikonasana or triangle pose. Okay, so slide your right hand down the inside of your right leg. I don't want you to hold on to the right leg. I want you to engage your abs. So the back of the right hand is pushing against the inner right leg and letting you open up the chest even more. That's it. Both legs are strong and straight. That's it. That's it. So even more they're going to come from here. So this can actually go here. Okay? You can even go here if you want. You can go there. It can go there as long as this isn't. And this is beautiful, so I don't care what you do here with that shoulder. Okay? You should put a little red Sharpie on it. And then circle the arm around your face. Okay, let's go to the front of the room, around and up. Gotcha. Front of the room, around and up. Front of the room, around and up. Hold it up. And then bend the arm behind your back. Try to find the inner right leg. Once you do, lean back against your forearm and look up over your left shoulder up to the sky. You're still pushing the right hand against the inner right leg. It's going to help you twist that body open. Good. Breathe. Extend. Twist. Twist. Good. Left arm up to the sky. Come up to standing. Okay, shake your legs out for a second, but don't leave the position. Shake them out. Shake them out. This is when we need, like, Madonna playing. That's my age. Well, I was going to say Kid Rock, but I didn't think you guys would want to hear Kid Rock. So, right palm faces the sky. We're going to go into a reverse triangle. So, slide your left hand down the back of your leg. If you have any back issues, or you start to go into this pose and feel a lot of pressure in your low back, come back up, tuck the tailbone under, and then slide back, just to protect that low back. Now your gaze is following your right hand, more particularly your right middle finger. You could stay here, or you could bring your left hand up to meet your right hand, really engage some abs. So left hand comes up, touches, you stay where you are. That's it. Good. I want you to go here, because you can. That's it. Now bring your hand up to me. Oh yes, you can. See? Breathe, breathe, come up, and into triangle pose. How many of you are thinking, I should stay in bed? What the hell? Kim, was that you? Yep. care where your hand is at all. And then come up, bend the arm behind your back, try to find the inner right thigh, lean up against that forearm in your triangle. Good. So, wow. So nitpicky, totally nitpicky, to drop that shoulder. Yeah, see that? Right? Totally nitpicky, but it's so good. I'll just let you lay into my hand. And then come on up. And last time, promise, reverse triangle. Arms up, slide left hand down the back of the left leg. Follow your right hand, right middle finger. You're reaching the back of the room with your fingertips. And your core is engaged, your legs are strong, your left hand comes up to meet your right hand if it feels okay. Good. Everybody left hand back down on your thigh. Everybody bring your right hand to your heart like you're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. And open the chest up to the sky now. And you have to breathe. Good. And then press down through your legs. Come up, nice and easy. Are we good? And let go of your heart. Steering wheel your hips around to face the front of the room. Change the legs if you need to. So if you can't get your hips square, you're going to change that back foot. Right arm's going to come up to the sky and behind your back. Left arm around, behind, and up, and make a connection. If you can't make a connection, you should have a strap nearby. Grab the strap. Okay? Right elbow pointing straight up to the sky. And I want you to tuck the tailbone under. I don't want to get over. So give yourself some slack. Tuck the tailbone under, chest lift. Baby back bend. Good, lift, breathe. And then take all that length. Hips are still square to the front of the room. Go to a flat back, halfway over flat back. Okay, so if you lost your grip now, or you had to lengthen the strap, you went too far. So back up, regrip, halfway over. If you can, fold it all the way over, standing head to knee. Want strap? Why make your life hard? Why make your life hard? Great. Nice. That's it. Breathing, eyes open. Imagining the day when your forehead will kiss your mid-shin, halfway up, flat back. And take it back over. I saw you waving there. All the way back over. And now come halfway up, flat back. Soften your front knee. And step into warrior 3. Okay? If you 100% have to let go of your arms, because your balance isn't that good, let go of your arms. But I want you to stay in the happy cow arms if you can. And challenge your balance, your ankle, go as far as you can. Who cares how high that back leg is? Nobody's looking. Everyone's hanging on for dear life right now. Nobody cares what you're doing. So do what you've got to do. That's it. Now, don't let that left leg touch the floor. Come up to standing. Left knee into your chest. Press the left leg out in front. Bend the left knee. Press back to warrior 3. Come up. Knee into your chest. Press it out. Hold. Bend the left knee, left leg over your right leg, eagle legs. I know. Did you say usually I get whistles or oys or WTFs, whatever. Squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze, squeeze, sink in. Let the left leg go. Step the left leg out to the left a little bit. Here's a choice. Level 1 is going to release the legs and come down into squat. Otherwise, you could keep the arm, I meant release the arms. Keep the arms and come down into squat. You could try it and then abort when you get down there and say, that was too difficult. I don't want to. Go as low as you can as long as your feet are flat. Make sure your knees track in the same direction as your toes and and come all the way upright to standing. Good. All the way back down. Deep breath in, exhale back down to squat. Good. And up. That's it. All the way back down. And up. Let's imagine that right elbow is pointing straight up to the sky and keeping your chest open when you go down. One more time. All the way back down. All the way up. Release the arms. Slowly release the arms. That's it. And go back into squat. Hands heart center. Hands in prayer. Say a prayer. I know it won't be for me right now. What can I say? So if you want, I'm going to look myself. Okay? So you might just go here so you feel supported, but you're still getting that opening little by little. Okay? And I want you to feel pliable here. So just rock from left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right so much that you start to, give me a circle, give me a circle, and you're happy. And if you're not smiling now, you're never going to smile. This is funny. Circle around, 360, 360, 360. You can just take this. 360. Once you get 360, hands to the floor and plop back onto your butt. Legs out in straddle, but not super mega straddle. Let's go middle of the road somewhere. Okay? Lift up nice and tall. Hands maybe down by your side or hands behind you and lift up that back. Lift the chest up. Good. Roll your shoulders up, back down. Now, I like it when people jack the hips up a little bit, especially if it's always been hard for you to fold forward here. So maybe you want to think about sitting on your block. When you go to fold forward and your hips are higher than your heels, it gives you this feeling of going downhill and it's less of a struggle. And there's less pulling and aggravation. You're kind of giving into gravity. So if you've never tried it, maybe you want to try it. Just sit on your block. Good. And then bring your hands in front of you. You could have a little bit of a soft knee, feel any pressure in the knee, and fold it over. You're in the middle of growing crazy because your legs are this long. So you're going to go through this time where you're really flexible and then you grow 5 inches. Did you just have a huge growth spurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see the legs? Oh my gosh, you have to get pants around like every other day. And fold it forward. And let go of any idea that my chest has to be flat, I have to get my forehead to the floor, and just accept what it is. And hopefully it's a little bit better than it was last time, or if not, how can you change it? Can you soften your knees a little bit? And keep the knees soft and drop in? Chairs again, so you don't have to worry about that. Good. That's it. Standing forward bend. Shake out the head no. Shake out the head yes. Bend the knees. Plant your hands. Walk, jump, float back to plank pose. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, sweep it into your upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Fold the downward dog. Alternate calf stretch. Notice if it feels different than the down dog before. Okay. Left leg up to the sky, deep breath. Left foot forward between your hands. Make sure it gets forward enough. So scoot it up, scoot it up, scoot it up. Good, nice stride. Flatten the back foot and come up into warrior two. Shoulders down, big wingspan. Left thigh is trying to get parallel left knee is also facing the front of the room, tracking over the left toes. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, bring the left hand down the inside of your left foot. Remember, trying to get your palm flat. So if it's not, put the block there. Bend that left knee more. Your ankle's a little bit, you can go like that a little bit more. Does that help? First of all, you're too close. That's it. That hand, foot points straight ahead. Straight ahead. The left foot points straight ahead. This is a safe position. So if you're feeling pulling here and you don't have any injury, stick there, come up, take a break, and go back down until it's okay. But you're not overstretching here. Okay? If that's what your concern is. Circle the arm around. Sorry, guys. All the way up around. All the way up around. 4 big times. Up. Reach the front of the room. All the way around. Up. Reach. Good. Bring it up. And then come up to warrior 2. Left palm faces the sky. And right hand's going to slide down the back of your right leg. And into your reverse warrior. Oh, we didn't do reverse warrior, did we? No. Come back to warrior 2. And steering wheel your hips to the front of the room. Come off your back heel for runner's lunge. Hands into heart center and twist. Remember, if you don't feel stable, drop that right knee down. More important to me is the twist. So you get in that twist and then you decide, maybe I can pop the knee up. Good. See if you can elongate a little bit more. Shoot back through that right heel. Deep breath in. Twist. Back bend. Breathe. Breathe. And come up to your runner's lunge. Gotcha. Open up to warrior 2. Deep breath in. Left hand to the floor on the inside of the left foot. Right angle pose. Press the back of that right shoulder against the knee. And you'll be able to open the chest a little bit more. And circle the arm around. 2, 3, and 4, and come up to your warrior 2, open to your runner's lunge, hands into heart center, twist. Depending on how your twist is and the stability of your poses, you can think about flattening your right foot if you want. That's it. Good. Triangle pose. So both legs are straight now. Use the back of the hand against there because when you close it off, it closes here. That opens. Can you do that? Yeah. So feel like you're leaning against this imaginary wall behind you and circle the arm. Circle the arm. All the way. Big circles. If you feel like going the other way, go the other way. Nice. One more time, and come up into your triangle, and then bring the right arm behind you and tuck it in on that left inner thigh, upper inner thigh. Lean back against your forearm, so you get more support in the pose and more opening. Good. Breathe. Open that top shoulder a little bit more. And then come up to standing. Release your right arm. And you're going to reverse triangle. So slide the right arm down the back of the right leg. You're looking at the left middle finger. You're not giving it to me. You're looking at it. And then maybe you could bring your right hand up to meet the left. That big ab move. Tuck the tailbone under if you feel a lot of pressure. Come upright. Last time, triangle pose. Slide it down. You could, if it's starting to wear, it's starting to, good? Okay. Do you want this? Okay. Circle the arm. Circle the arm. Circle the arm. Big circles. It's also helping you breathe. Circle that arm. So circle the arm. Don't close off your chest. I'm so sorry. It's okay. standing through the strength of your legs. Release that right arm. Last time, slide into your reverse warrior. Watch that left middle finger. Stay here, or bring the right hand up to meet the left. Try to stay in that big back bend. Everybody take a big breath in. Everybody put your right hand back down on that left leg. Bring the left hand on your chest and use it to remind you to open the chest to the sky now. And come up. Release the hand. You're going to steering wheel your hips to the front of the room. Get them so they're in the front. Put your hands on your hips so you actually know. Okay, is any lefties in the room? So this is going to be easier side for you. Left arm up to the sky. Harder for a righties. Left arm behind your head. Pat yourself on the back. Right arm comes around big behind and up and make a connection. Most of my righties might find it a little more difficult and you might use strap. Hips are still facing the front of the room. Shoulders still facing the front of the room. Okay? Tuck your tailbone under. Lift your chest up to the sky. Good. Tuck your tailbone under. Lift your chest. And then take all that length in your spine halfway over, flat back. So your left elbow is trying to point to the front of the room right now. Open the front of that right shoulder. So you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. If you feel you can, without compromising the grip, you could fold it all the way over, standing head to knee. You could even soften the left knee, depending on what your hammies want you to do. So you can take it a little wider. I hurt your shoulder. Don't give up because it hurts. It hurts in a stretchy way, right? Not like you're dying, right? Yeah. You have long arms too. This is an awesome stretch. That's so good right there. If you do that every day, keep it for the rest of your life. Halfway up, flat back. So just go halfway over, like you're making a table. Good. And fold it back over. And halfway up, flat back. Soften the front knee. Try to keep your arms where they are. And go into your warrior three. So you're going to bounce on this left leg. Go down, Rena. Get some going to the back of the room. That's it. Yeah, I got it. That's it. Breathe, warrior three. Find that spot to fix your gaze on the floor. Then like a soldier, tin soldier, come upright. Don't let your right leg touch the floor. Bend your right knee into your chest and press the right leg out in front of you. I don't care if it's 1 inch off the floor. Use the quads, use the core, bend the knee, press back to warrior three. That's it. Breathe. You're holding poses, not breath. Come upright, knee into your chest, squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Press the leg out in front of you. Now soften your right knee. Bring the right thigh over the left thigh for eagle legs. Good. So you squeeze your inner thighs. Good. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Good. That's it. Now keep that and lean some of those back. Yes, gonna keep that. And it's like a ping pong match. Good. Unwind that right leg. Step the right foot out to the right a little bit and descend into your squat. You know you're in the home stretch, right? Good. Good. Remember that left elbow is pointing straight up to the sky. All the way up to standing and all the way down. You don't have to go back if you don't want. You can bring them out in front of me. Come on. All the way up and back down and up. And back down. No knee cracks there. Must be the humidity.
Oh,
Up.
there's cracks.
Oh, okay. And down. Good. And up. Release the arms. And come back down to your squat. Hands heart center. All I could say is, whoop, whoop. That was good. You can breathe now. You've been moving for a solid hour, FYI. Does it feel like it? Did it go quick? So can you take your feet a little wider? And that way you get your feet flat. Flat leg. Take them wide. Don't be confined by the mat. That's what drives me crazy. You can use space around the mat. I have this big round mat I work on at home. It's like a 6-foot circle. And I need one of those because don't confine me. out in front of you this time. Sit on the block if you want. You can also take a blanket if the block is a little too high for you, because they're mega blocks. Shake the legs out and arms up to the sky. Does anybody want a blanket? Does it feel like getting up? Good? Okay. Okay, so I want you to kind of like wiggle around on your block or on the floor and feel the sits bones and get really tall. If you can't get to the point where you're feeling the sits bones, you still feel like you're behind them, then bend the knees. Bend the knees a little bit. And then close your eyes for a second, and I want you to imagine a switchblade. Ooh, controversial, right? And think of that rivet of the switchblade that it hinges off of, and that's your hip. So when you open that switchblade, the blade doesn't bend, the handle doesn't bend. All you do is open it up by the rivet, and your hip joint is the rivet. So take a deep breath in, get tall, and hinge over. And who cares where you stop? Don't bend metal, don't bend the knife, don't bend the handle. Challenge the rivet. So if you can't reach the foot right now, bend the knees. Keep that nice flat back. Keep energy through the legs, even with a softening, and grab the outer edge of your foot. So your feet should kind of look like they belong to the same person. So peek up, because some people's feet do all these kooky things. They should also generally look like they're square to a wall in front of you. Okay? And then you're breathing. You're lengthening. You're folding. You're wiggling around. Same thing. Don't just go to that same stupid, boring forward fold that never gets better. Never gets better. Change it up. So now I can see that. Right there. Should we name that not Never forget. Wiggle around. Good. That's it. Nice. That. You decided to let go for 0.2 seconds. Good. Good. Let's see. Pretty fun. Nope. Yep. Now get it into the block. Just to kind of relax your head so it has somewhere to land. Okay, let's see if you can stay there. 2 more breaths. 2 more deep, long breaths. Can you finally let go? Can you finally release? And then roll yourself upright, nice and tall, to that seated position again. And then roll down onto your back. So if you're on the block, move it. Good. Just stay there for a breath or two. Don't get too excited. It's not Shavasana yet. I always am like afraid to get you on your back because it's like your whole body kind of like responds to Shavasana at that point. But just kind of take a few deep breaths, see how it feels, and then your palms are going to go flat to the floor. Bring your knees into your chest, and you're going to press back into plow. Okay, whatever plow is for you. Without thinking about you need a million blankets right now, just kind of let it be what it is. If your feet don't touch the floor, who cares? But you want to snuggle your shoulders under